What up, world? Welcome to another episode of the BrandonJaneauShow. Um, as you already know, uh, brand ambassador of UrbanBoulevard.com. Go to UrbanBoulevard.us. Use the code Brandon.30. Or you go just on their website. On their web, that's a website. Go to urban.co is that social media page. Just see Urban Street Boulevard. They got some amazing street apparel on there too. Just go hit up Urban Boulevard, BLVD .us. That's the website, or .co on social media platforms for all the amazing clothes, apparel that they have. And if you like something, you want to buy something, please do. Uh, and if you buy it, use the code Brandon.30 for 30% off. Shout out to my family, Urban Boulevard, for that. And I appreciate them. Been a brand ambassador for now almost a month or two. So that's pretty cool, man. So I'm pretty damn happy about it. Don't have my hat around right now, but I'll probably get it before the end of the show, hopefully. I'll just post it again on social media like I did earlier today. But anyway, I had to get that out of the way. Um, let's get into it. Uh, Welcome to another episode of the Brand New Show. Clearly, um, by myself again. Uh, Last night did the top 10 list, and that will be dropping like always midnight Monday. Kicks off a whole new week. Pretty much captivates what we pretty much did all this week, but goes into next week, and it's a fun show. I enjoyed doing that last night with my family. Shout out to Meet the Tyler's. Shout out to What the Shit. Shout out to my brother Big Smash at the house. And of course, shout out to my partner in crime, Mr. RSA. Dark Therapy Sessions also. Our episode is out right now. War. We talked about the war that's going on right now in the Ukraine, Russia, Ukraine. And it's funny that I bring that up because I'm going to talk about particularly us, the United States of America, and particularly something that happened last night. Um, so if you know anything about me, for literally about a year and a half, about 2 3 years, 2 years ago, I guess, since the 2020 election, even 2019, mid 2019, I was saying, yo, I'm not a big fan of Joe Biden. I think Joe Biden's a terrible candidate to be president. I was just like, it's literally picking the lesser of the two evils. I've said this numerous times on numerous platforms and numerous shows. I'm not a huge fan of Joe Biden, man. Just something about dude. Eh, eh. He's I used to say he was a sidekick. I used to say he was Alfred. I mean, I used to say he's Robin. Now I feel like he's Alfred. He's not even Robin. Robin at least has some sense of awareness of where the fuck he's at, and he can actually defend himself if he has to. He's Alfred. He cleans out the Batcave. He makes sure all of Bruce Wayne's food is ready. He doesn't even like. By the way, he doesn't even do shit in the Batcave. Like that's Fox job. If you watch Dark Knight, you know who Fox is. Fox was the person that pretty much created the Batmobile, pretty much gave Batman all the weapons, pretty much gave Batman all of the fucking tools to beat Batman. Alfred was just giving him like friendly advice, like hey man, you might want to tone that shit down. You might get really severely hurt out here. Oh man, you got bruises. You need to take an ice bath or some shit. Like he wasn't really doing anything. He was just giving them friendly like. Yeah, Joe Biden's really Alfred. I might call this fucking podcast. That motherfucker's just Alfred. But but um, but he finally, y'all president finally did his State of the Union address last night. His first State of the Union address. I feel like it's his first, but I feel like we're about to get like 30 State of the Union addresses because he clearly didn't even. I don't think he knew he actually did one last night. I'm gonna be honest. I looked at the video today, some of the clips today, and I was like, dude, I don't even know this motherfucker know he's physically there. It's just like you look at him now, you're like, oh, I don't even know this motherfucker know he's physically there. He's so self. He's not self-aware like I think he needs to be a president. Like he just he he feels like a real old grandpa. Like he's like your grandpa come out the house, he ain't got no underwear on, he got a robe on. Like, grandpa, what are you doing? Cover up. What are you doing? Like, I feel like that's him. Like, he barely knows how to speak. Have you heard him talk recently? Did you hear him last night talk? Dude can't talk. Dude can't even form sentences. Like, it's a crazy feeling. I sometimes fuck up with sentences. I mean, last night I fucked up a couple times, but at least I know where the fuck I'm at and where I can say it at. Like, this motherfucker can barely speak. It's a crazy feeling. I'm cool with you having a speech impediment. The fact that your mind and your mouth playing Marco Polo, that's a problem for me. You can't be president to be to have your mind and your mouth. Like, them motherfuckers disconnect somewhere. I don't know what the fuck you thinking, and what you say is completely fucking different. I don't get it. I don't get it. Listen, I know people are gonna be like, "Well, Brandon, we would have just had Trump. Why not Trump? We would have had Trump." Listen, I've also been on record and said Trump ain't no great president either, because he's not a fucking politician. But here's the difference. I'd rather you lie to me. I'd rather you not lie to me, and I know you're lying to me, than you just straight up be like, you know what, bro? I'm not doing that shit. Fuck you. I'd rather that. Trump at least was like, nah, I'm not doing that shit, because I don't see the point of it, because y'all didn't vote for me. I respect that. I actually fucking respect that. I'm like, you know what? That actually that makes sense. He only played to the people that voted for his ass and believed in his ass and thought his shit was just gospel. I respect that. I actually respect that shit. There's a lot of niggas that probably wouldn't. I respect that shit. He was only loyal to the motherfuckers that's loyal to him. That sound like a lot of shit a lot of people scream they do. I'm only loyal to the people that's loyal to me. Okay, we're gonna see. That's what he was. You know, if he could buy your loyalty, he bought your fucking loyalty like he always did. There wasn't any shocking shit here. But with Biden, for you to be in government for damn near 30 to 40 years of your life, and it seemed like for the moments that you need to remember some shit, it's disconnected. Like, the fucking Wi-Fi went out. Like, nigga, this is not like this is like verses on Instagram. Like, if a nigga Wi-Fi went out doing a versus battle, we were all like, oh, the other nigga won. This nigga know how to fucking do Wi-Fi. This nigga know how to do Instagram etiquette. This nigga suck at Instagram etiquette. What the fuck is this nigga doing? This nigga ain't got no good connection, nigga. You a fucking millionaire. You ain't got no good connection, my nigga. What the fuck are you doing? That's what it feels like with Biden. It feels like, nigga, you have no good internet connection. Your shit is terrible. It's like we playing in that, like, we got Apple, and you still dealing with LimeWire. Like, it's not even close. Like, it's not even close. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm watching some of the clips last night. I'm watching some of the clips this morning. One, listen, why would you personally say we're going to help? I get it, because you're like, I don't want China. Let's at least tell our enemies that we are going to approach this war that is going on in the Ukraine. I respect that. I respect that. I actually did have a take on it earlier than I thought about it. I was like, yeah, you kind of could tell, like, China, give them a heads up, like, hey, we jumping into this shit. What you gonna do? I respect that. I can understand that. That's understandable. That's respectable. Respect. I can understand that. To keep, I guess, kind of a problem, because if you just did it and then you got on, because Trump probably do some shit like that. Trump would probably be like, we're not gonna get into this war, and then he'll jump in and do something, and then you'd be like, why the fuck is United States airplanes? Why is United States military planes flying into the Ukraine doing shit? That it wasn't me. I ain't saying that shit. Okay, that okay, I understand that. That I can truly understand. But it's the other shit he was talking about. Like today, like, you hear him saying we're gonna give I think it was like $2.6 billion or something like that, to help Ukraine out. with resources and everything. Commendable. Very commendable. We are the most generous country in the world. We do an incredible job at funding other countries and helping other countries get back on their feet. But when it comes to the United States of America and the people that live in this country, we have to give those people just bootstraps because you have to pull yourself up from them. That's all you got to do. You just bootstrap your ass up there and you'll figure it out later. Pretty much what you tell us. Because we live in America, so we should know how to survive in America, right? There's a piece of me somewhere in my mind that believes that we only believe in democracy when it doesn't have to deal with us. We believe in other countries having free speech, free voting, the ability to pick and choose who they want to see run their country, set their laws, give them a better opportunity to live. But when it comes to this country, we are the originators of a lot of shit. We are the originators of democracy. So we should be very, very well versed in it. Aren't you trying to? Ain't Texas and Georgia blocking voters' rights? Ain't Texas and Georgia blocking voters' rights? Okay. Because they don't want particular people that look like me, that guy in the back, that dude right there. They don't want people that look like me or anybody that doesn't have fair skin to vote. They don't want that. They don't want that. No, why would they want that? Because then they'll think we have too much power and we could just will it whenever we want to. And that's not how this works. You don't pick, you don't vote when you want to. You vote when we tell you to. Because that's the American way. We believe in democracy when it doesn't have to deal with us. We believe in free speech when it doesn't have to belong to an American citizen. We believe in freedom of religion, freedom of press, all of that, if it's not physically here. But we are the originators of it. Shouldn't these people have something to say? Shouldn't these people vote? Goes back to what I said about Black History Month and this government only supporting Black History Month because they want you to celebrate the history that they believe you should be able to celebrate. The ones that are black people helped this country and not try to tear down this country. We talk about Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King. Chris Rock has an amazing joke. Uh, and he was like, for all my life, I just always when it came to Black History Month, I just always thought the answer was Martin Luther King because that's all you teach us. And the way the world works now is that we can go and research people, but we're lazy. We don't want to research people that's physically done something. No, we want to talk about people that's doing shit now. We want to talk about, you know, the Yeezy boots and shit. But that's how they keep us in this. change the mindset. Which brings me to another point of Joe Biden's speech last night. For a person that ran on the a quote, "You ain't black if you don't vote for me." Was it provoked? Some people could say it was, because you're on a Breakfast Club, you're getting talked to by Charlamagne the God. Shout out to Charlamagne the God to go. So you think saying we're not black and we don't vote for you? That's a bold fucking statement, young man. Well, let me tell you about it. That's a bold fucking statement, old timer. That's a bold motherfucking statement, my guy. And you felt comfortable enough to say that to an audience that's predominantly black that listens to the show. But you had so many, not just black leaders. Let's just get that out the way. Not just black leaders, female black leaders telling us that ignore that comment because I believe in Joe. I think he's got something. I think we could rise above his ignorance that day and vote for this man. You okay, trash that. You just checked off and said, all right, cool. But the Democratic Party that you are under was like, we should nominate Kamala Harris as your vice president to seal the black people vote. Brilliant fucking move. Brilliant. Fucking incredible. Because you got it. Because you damn sure got it. As a black kid, I can speak for myself. As a black kid, ain't nothing stronger than a black woman. I don't play with my mom. I, Let me ask a black kid right now. Do you play with your mom? I don't give a shit how old you are. You don't play with your mom. And let a nigga play with your mom now. They getting bullets in their crib immediately. Yeah, living or dead. What you say about my mom? Shit get real. So to see a woman that has some ramifications of your mom, bruh, you gotta vote for that shit. You gotta vote for that shit, man. But y'all did all that, right? Bringing it all back around. Y'all did all that. Y'all created all that. Y'all did all that work. Just so, and by the way, one of the talking points for why we also voted for you is because you, sir, said we should look into the way that we, the people, are getting policed by certain, but mainly most of police departments, especially in urban communities. You said that. You ran on those comments. You ran on those moments. You did that. And I know you was on some bullshit. I know you was lying then. Because no 70, 80-year-old white man believes in getting rid of the police in urban communities. Motherfucker, police are the reason why you're safe. That's the reason why you feel safe. Nigga, you ride in police cars just for fun. I'm not about to trust you when it comes to police. You niggas, you take. There's another comedian, Neil Brenham. Shout out to Neil Brenham, one of the goats. If you know anything about Neil Brenham, one of the writers of Dave Chappelle, of the Chappelle Show, an incredible comedian. He even says this in a joke. He's like, I'm a white man, so I call the police up. I'm a white man, so I just call the police up, tell them, hey, I want to ride in the back of the police car, because when am I ever going to get a chance to do that? And it's funny, but it's true. He's like, he's just riding, taking ride-alongs to the police officers through neighborhoods. It's funny, but it's true because Joe Biden, and Neil's probably like in his 40s, maybe. Joe Biden's in his 70s. This is the man that literally wrote the war on drugs bill in the 80s. He wrote this motherfucker. He's the reason why we have broken families. And I'm supposed to trust you when it comes to protecting my people, when it comes to police force? Get the fuck out of here with that. What? What? Are you serious? Come on, man. Seriously, stop it. Stop it. But you ran on those promises to my people. And now I gotta come at you for this. Because you did. You ran on those promises. We should look into police brutality. We should look into all that shit. You were tearing up for the late George Floyd, and you had all this built up. And then you get on the podium a couple months ago and say, I don't think we should defund the police. That's the least of my problems right now. Huh? And then last night, you did it again in front of everybody that watched that shit. Like I said, I watched clips. And out your fucking mouth, you literally say, we should not defund the police. We should fund the police. I get it. Words matter in a sense like this because a lot of people continuously hear defund the police. I forgot the other one. Um, create better um, situations for black people and black communities without police force having to be there to control that shit. I get it. Wording matters. But Joe Biden, you just terrible at president, man. You're just fucking terrible. Wording matters. Your wording, on the other hand, sir, really matters. And there's a particular point in this when he says this, right? He says, we should fund the police. Everybody gets up out their seat. There's two things I need you to go watch. Go watch the video. Go watch particularly that part. I don't know how long is it, but I don't know how far it goes into it. But go particularly watch that part of that speech when he says, "I don't think we should defund the police. I think we should fund the police." There's two women sitting in those two seats behind him while he's talking. You got Madam Vice President Kamala Harris, and you got the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi jumps out of her seat like she on a fucking slingy, just hop up out of her seat, clapping and shit. Kamala Harris has like the ultimate like black woman face. Like, why what the fuck would you say that stupid like a woman being around her friend and she said too much shit and you just looking at her like, what the fuck? Why would you say that shit? What the fuck were you thinking? Like that. She looked at him like, yeah, this shit ain't gonna go well. Nancy Pelosi's happy as shit. Kamala Harris looked like, bruh, what the fuck are you doing, my guy? Like, it's just like, it's a completely fucking different. Like, go look at this shit. It is literally two different fucking expressions. She is so happy, like she just found the best toy on Christmas. Like, the other one's like, We really doing this shit right now, nigga? I just pulled your ass out the fire and you gonna put me back in this shit with you, nigga? What the fuck are you thinking? It is the funniest shit because Kamala Harris has real just like, bruh. Really, bruh? Like, this is what we doing? Face. Like, it was just, oh my God. And Nancy Pelosi was trying to talk to her. She was like, yeah, the Joe fucked up. I can see it in her eyes. She's like, yeah, Joe fucked up. I'm clapping because I got to, but this ain't gonna go well. And it hasn't. Twitter been ripping his ass since last night. They've been going at him. I woke up this morning, saw it on Twitter. They've been going at him all day. The fun of police, every fucking word on Twitter. But I can't for the life of me get mad for this shit that he does sometimes now. Cause just he's entering into Trump levels. Like the shit Trump would say be like, it's Trump. What the fuck do I expect? Like, it's fucking Trump. But here's the difference. Trump would at least say something to debunk his own stereotypes. Trump will forget that he even did some stupid shit. He'll say something completely real and be like, no, police really, FBI really do be framing niggas. And we'd be like, yeah, that's true. like, white people like, that's not true. We'd be like, I don't know about that, my nigga. I don't know about that, my nigga. Joe Biden, on the other hand, I'm still trying to figure out if he knows where his car is. Like it's a fucking completely different. Like he's really like, dude, where's my car? Like he has a deer in the headlights look every time he talks. And every time I hear like an old person talk, it's either gonna be two things. Either I'm gonna laugh because I know what he's trying to say, but it's funny to me because I could kind of like, or like I'm just like, this is sad because I think I know what he's trying to say, and this is not funny at all. But at least old or some old people know how to make it a joke because they know they don't know how to really put their sentences together no more. His shit just be really depressing to watch. It's like, good God, bro. Like somebody can get the grandpa, bro. Like this nigga on TV too damn long. He need his pills. He need his walker. He need his diaper change. Like somebody need to help this dude off stage. Like, what is going on, bro? Like somebody, please come get this man. At the end of the day, it's just I've been hearing this, and I heard it today. That there is a divide in the Democratic Party, and it seems like it is over this. It's over a lot of shit, but mainly it is some of the promises that they said they were going to do and they haven't physically done it. Now, listen, I get it. We're gonna always say, well, it's only 2022. He still got till 2024. That's really when the election is. Eh, I didn't see the president just get 4 years to get the fuck out. We can easily find another president in 4 fucking years. And actually, I've always said Joe Biden will not run again in 2024. It makes no sense because you were supposed to set up the next person. This was never supposed to be like an 8 year run. I don't think you even got 8 years to live. I'm sorry to say that to a lot of y'all, but I don't think this nigga got 8 years to actually physically live. He got like two and a quarter. Like I give him like two and a quarter. Like a nigga like a nigga like two and a quarter. Like he got like 2 years. He gonna get 20. He gonna get 2024, and then maybe like mid summer ish. We gonna be like, and we have breaking news. Joe Biden has passed away today. We gonna be like, from what? Natural causes has happened to really? Two and a quarter, bro. Like that's a good bit. That's a good bit. I'm sorry. I might get completely treasoned. I might get in prison for this shit, but it's true. I gave him two and a quarter. Like, what the fuck you want me to say? Like, I gave him two and a quarter. Like, 2 years by the summer 2024. Clocked out. Like, I got you. Come on. What you want me to say? Fuck. I don't know what to say. Like, I think you got like two and a quarter. Like, he good though. Like, But yeah, I've never seen Joe Biden running another term. I've never seen it. I thought he was gonna just set up Kamala Harris. And the way she looked last night, she kind of like, dog, I have to do so much fucking work to get these people to trust me again because I'm running with you, and it's that white man shit. You cannot see past your own discretions, just like the NFL owners. You just can't see it because it's the good old boys club, and the problem with that is we will never move forward as a country because of it. So what I've been seeing from this, I think what has happened is, and this is the wrong time for a country. By the way, it's the wrong time. Excuse me. It's the wrong time for a party to literally have kind of like a divide. When you're the when you're the active president of that fucking party, and you guys have like it literally it's created. It was seen last night. Like you can see from the vice president to the speaker of the house, like it's a complete breakdown somewhere. It's a fuck up. And maybe Kamala Harris isn't talking to Joe like that. Maybe he is talking more so to the house, Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, because they run in the same accord. They run in the same accord, like uh like uh like uh like Bill Burr said on SNL. Go watch SNL uh opening monologue of Bill Burr on there when he was just going in. And he was like, "White women, y'all acting like y'all didn't know what was going on. No, y'all were cool with it, but now you gotta take your medicine too." Dave Chappelle said that shit too. I think Dave Chappelle said that shit too. He's like, y'all was cool with this shit. Y'all just didn't like y'all cut at the end. Yeah, like Dave Chappelle said that same shit. He's like, wait a minute, y'all were cool with it. Y'all just didn't like y'all cutting in. I was like, wow, that's funny as shit, but true. And that's the thing. Everybody's cool with it until it's like, till you get the short end of the stick. And my people who always gotten the short end of the stick. We give you the chances. So I guess the question really is, if we're solidifying a divide, should we take part in it? Should we take part in this divide of the country, pretty much? Because the country is going to hit somewhere. Now, I continue to hear people say, what if World War III breaks out? Then we're going to have to protect us. We're going to have to turn to our fellow man and reach and go get guns out their houses. And so, I don't think World War III is going to happen anytime soon, but if it did, just like I'm about to say, black people, we should sit the fuck out. We should sit the fuck out the elections. We should sit the fuck out of their war. Because this is not our country. If you fought in the war and you're an African American or you're a minority, then this is your country. Because you protected this bitch. You fought in it. You should be given all of the rights of what a real American is. This is your country. Everybody else, we just here living rent free. We just here living rent free, kinda, in a sense. Like Chris Rock said. Chris Rock said that shit. He's like, if you were military, you are an American. You fought to be here. You fought for this. You are an American. But everybody else, you're just lucky that you were born on American soil. That's it. That's kind of it. Nobody's a, and that's how I see it. Eh, we built this country, and they treat us like we didn't. We freed ourselves, and they act like we had no part of it. They gave us freedom. We were wealthy. We had billionaires. We had millionaires and we had millionaires and billionaires at some point when we got out of slavery. You know what they did to us? Tulsa. You know what they did to us? Red line. You know what they did? Jim Crow. They killed one of our leaders and treated the other one like he was a fucking supervillain to the point where his own people turned on him. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Well, Jesus, I forgot. Some people don't understand those. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot. Oh. Well, my podcast people, they know what I'm talking about. We, as a country, something I said on my podcast with my brother RC. When has the world ever been at peace? I'm gonna say the same thing on this podcast. When has this country ever been at true harmony and peace? We're solidifying nothing but division. We're solidifying the divide. I don't want to ever see a World War III, but it's only been 80 years since World War II. They still have World War II vets still could tell us about what the fuck happened during that time. We have family members that were probably still alive during World War II. Did you ever realize that? You have family members that are probably alive during World War II. That's crazy. And like I was watching today on the Brilliant Idiots podcast. Shout out to Brilliant Idiots. Shout out Andrew Schultz. Charlamagne God Wax. Charlamagne, the guy, Charlamagne said something that was pretty true, and it's real true. He's like, we're not prepared for World War III. He's like, our grandparents, our great grandparents, our great great grandparents, yeah, they were prepared for a war. They didn't really have shit to worry about. They didn't have no TikToks and Snapchats and who fucking who and who trying to buy the most expensive shit, and who's on Forbes. Nobody gave a fuck because all they was caring about was their motherfucking safety. All they gave a fuck about was trying to protect what was theirs. We don't have them in us. We can protect what is ours from certain things, but to protect our country, we shall see. We shall see. And with that, I'm gonna leave with this. It takes one to know one. But if we already know what that one was, should we engage with what it was? Or should we look not for a solution, but for the best solution to combat what it is and what it can and will be? It's been the Brandon Janeau Show. Peace.